Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Now, let me take that back. I know everybody else in the world is doing better than we are in this country in regard to this whole virus, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. Well, you guys, before we get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. So, you guys, we all know that Rawbeautikristi was blessed this year, being pregnant and after trying for what, probably I think she said 13 or 15 years. And that is a true blessing, absolute true blessing. I don't know for you guys, but for me, I love seeing a pregnant woman. I love hearing their story, where they're at in their pregnancy, what they're feeling, how they feel, you know, that kind of stuff. Then unfortunately, Rawbeautikristi actually tweeted this morning. I cannot believe the level of mom shaming I've already experienced. It is so unbelievably disheartening and sad. I think I'll share very surface level things from here on out, but anything I deeply care about is going to stay private. The comments and shaming are too much already. You guys, are you kidding me? Is this even for real? Who are these people? What are you? You know, we teach our kids, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's the thing that I try to also maintain when I watch people's videos. If I don't like anything about their video, I won't put a comment at all. But who has the audacity to mom shame Kristi right now? She has literally been given a gift. It's her time. She has been blessed with this beautiful baby that's growing inside of her. And you get people that want to mom shame her? Are you kidding me right now? We are going through such a tough time in our country right now. And all people can focus on is negativity. Do you know how exciting this is for her? If you've been in this position, you know how exciting it is to actually share your experiences, to go through this experience, to feel how baby is growing inside of you, to tell people where you're at, what you're feeling. And people want to shut her down. Kristi, please don't let people shut you down. Don't let people silence you. They're not worth it. We want to hear all your little aches and pains, what you're feeling. We enjoy that, Kristi. Don't let these negative people take that away from you and informing us. We're there for your journey. We're enjoying your journey. Don't let this happen. Just block them. Let them be. Let them be in their misery. Misery loves company. Don't give them that, Kristi. I beg of you. You know, this is actually a perfect segue for me to tell you guys is that this is how I got into purchasing makeup. You know, during Dramageddon 1 and everything was going down with Manny, Lauralee, Jeffrey, all these people, I'm the type of person where your battles are not my battles. You know, that's just the type of person I am. But then I actually went and I followed this and I went and I checked out Manny's content. I checked out Lauralee's content, which I 100% enjoyed. And I thought to myself, how's a way that I can actually show support to these people? You know, because a lot of people were hating on them and dragging them, you know. And then I started my little collection. That's how I show support to the creators I watch. I would buy it's either their merch or their products. I think I'm sitting with probably, how many palettes do I have now, Mama?
You said 125 the other day.
You know, from influencers alone, I think I'm sitting with probably over 125 right now. And I'll actually insert a clip right here. And that's just influencers alone, who I feel I need to show my support by buying their products. Just the other day when Rawbeautikristi actually had a collab with Pure, and it was a whole mess. But thank God I went and I did the pre-order, and I'll insert my receipt here, and I got it. And I'm so glad. I am so glad. That's the way I show my support. And maybe one day in the future I'll actually do a video on my collection. So, but anyway, you know what? My whole message is, please, Christy, don't let anybody else steal your joy. Haters will always be haters. I don't know how people live on negativity. We are enjoying your journey. Thoroughly enjoying your journey. So that leads me into, can we talk about, I don't like how people can shame another person for having a good heart. And I'm talking about Eugenia Cooney. The other day was Shane Dawson's birthday, and she actually came on Twitter and publicly wished him happy birthday. So a drama channel or a commentary channel, whatever it is, and I love this channel, 100% I love her. She actually came on and shamed her for being supportive publicly of Shane Dawson. How can we shame somebody for having a heart, for having a soul, having compassion, empathy, sympathy? Eugenia Cooney does not do any wrong to anybody. Yes, back in the day, Shane did shade her, but it just goes to show the type of person she is. She moved on from that. You know, she forgave him. So now why are we gonna publicly shame her for supporting her friend? So wrong. So wrong. I don't know, you guys. It's just very sad, you know, that we are at this point in our society. It really is very sad. Then we move on to James Charles, and everybody's like, oh, James Charles made an apology. Now let's read the apology and then we'll talk about it. He says, hi sisters, I decided to cut the party footage from the video, even though I have been wearing a mask in public and have tested negative multiple times. Going to a party during a pandemic was a selfish and stupid decision. People's safety and keeping COVID-19 contained is far more important than celebrating a friend's birthday, and unsafe partying is not something I want to promote to my audience. I recognize that with my platform comes responsibility, and I encourage you guys to be smarter than I was. Wear your mask and continue to social distance. Whatever. For me, that is whatever, you know. And this is why I say that about a week ago, or past a week ago, didn't Jake Paul, wasn't he being called out for the massive party he threw at his home, where the neighbors were actually filming this whole party going down? People were actually swinging off a bulldozer or something like that. So for James Charles to come out and say he wants to apologize, this is my thing. These are social media influencers. They know what everybody is doing. Couldn't he have used that experience, gathered his team before going to the party and saying, you know what, you guys, we're going to this party, let's at least be protective, let's at least wear a mask? But no, they didn't do that. They felt like they are above all, be all. I'm sorry, that's the way I see it, because at the end of the day, they feel they are invincible, you know. And how privileged are they, you know? Jake Paul, it was mentioned that he has doctors coming to his house to test him. And I just read this morning, or was it yesterday morning, that there's a shortage And I'll insert the clip here. And then he also goes on and he inserts the video of him. Let me just play the clip.
Hi, Hollywood Facts.
We need the tea from you.
Oh, I don't deliver any tea. I drink coffee.
Oh, who is the super hot guy that you would mention in your vlog?
Oh, I would never tell you. I can't tell you
People
that.
said it was Noah.
It was not Noah.
It was not Noah.
No, it was not Noah.
So if it wasn't Noah, then we like the first initial or the.
I would never out somebody like that because obviously like a private situation. The guy was super, super nice.
Okay.
I was just more talking about the experience of it overall rather than the actual person. Oh.
Okay, you guys, he goes on to explain he's not going to give the name of the guy. You know what? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out who James Charles is talking about.
But after he didn't reciprocate like any sexual actions to me or whatever because he was like not ready for that or whatever. Regardless, I literally like went. He had DM'd me after, being like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for having me. Like, I really appreciated getting to know you. Like, I would love to hang out again soon." And of course, I'm writing back like, "Oh yes," because he was literally the hottest. And I like looked on his Instagram bio, and he had like the link tree thing, and then I clicked on it, and he had OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" So I went and bought his OnlyFans right after I had just sucked his dick, already knowing what it looked like. And I was like, "Oh, here we go." Took a nice trip to the bathroom, and then went to bed.
Another thing is that James Charles needs to keep his mouth shut. When people are on the DL, it's for a reason. So at the end of the day, he has just outed somebody. I don't know if anybody else has figured it out, but it wasn't hard to figure out, which is so sad. So sad. And if you watch that whole podcast in its entirety, it's shocking. And another thing is that if you're so worried about your fan base being 12 years old, be an example for them. Be a role model for them. You know, but at the end of the day, who am I? You know, I'm just a nobody. He's on top of the world. He's King James. And I mean, no shade, that's what everybody, you know, they hold him on a pedestal. And it's just like, I don't know, just my opinion. So you guys, we move on to Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star seems to be getting on everybody's last nerve. For me, this is it. Jeffree Star is Jeffree Star. Nobody's going to change Jeffree Star. But then on the other hand, how do you expect Jeffree Star to change when people are coming after him and at him every single day? You're not giving him room to improve, you guys. It just makes no sense. You'll have a problem with everything he does. Some other little commentary channels are still stuck on all these other drama channels being on the payroll. It's like, been there, done that, we've paused that, we sorted out, we've established. That does not exist. This is what frustrates me the most, okay? As grown adults, we are expected to do the right thing. How do we expect Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, to actually show how they've changed when people tend to keep digging up their past? How many times do they need to apologize? You know, you'll go on and on and on and on about this whole racist thing. That's between him and whoever he was racist to. Stop picking battles that don't belong to y'all. Jeffree Star is going to keep doing all this to irritate y'all, to show y'all that he is above y'all. Once y'all pull back and let him at least show how he's changed, maybe he will. At this point, he's rebelling. He's going to show you that he's not going to do things when you want him to do things. He'll do things in his time. It's a no-brainer, people. And this is what actually leads me to my final point and the whole point of my video. There's so many more important things that are going on in this world, in our country, okay? The United States is the highest infection rate in the world. I'm going to put the graph up here. Let this sink in, you guys. You see what this shithole country that's number 5, South Africa? How embarrassing is it that no other, as the president of this United States says, calls it the shithole country. We are above them, leaps and bounds. Why are we not doing what's right? These influencers don't have to make the decision on do they send their kids to school like we have that decision. We have been, a lot of people actually think that this is still a hoax. People are being sent home. People in Florida, in the hospitals, I heard on the news, they've been sent home to die. These irresponsible, entitled influence that feel that they above all, they influencers, they sitting on millions, they have all the resources at their beck and call. How unfair is that? When us as parents have to make that decision, which that decision is a no-brainer for me, whether we going to send our kids to school or not. We got to make the decision whether to put our kids in harm's way. That's not fair. That is absolutely not fair. Do you know that older teachers are actually making out their wills? That is not right at all. Absolutely not. They're so privileged. They can have doctors come to their homes. They can have their 3 meals postmated to them. They don't have a problem. What about those people that are less fortunate, that don't have access to being tested? They're not worried about people like that. They're only worried about themselves. They don't care as long as you buy their merch, as long as you invest in them, as long as you click like on their videos, as long as they receive all the accolades they need. They're not worried about the person beneath them. People like us, no, we don't matter. They're above all, be all, which is really, really sad. When you get people like me at the end of my video that reminds people, don't forget to please wear your mask. Nobody hears me. But you get influencers with millions of views, don't even bother, because they're worried about their TikTok accounts, they're worried about their YouTube channels, how many viewers they get, how many. It just pisses me off. It truly, truly pisses me off, because this is just not right. Absolutely not. And I can guarantee you something. You see this apology of James Charles? How long is that going to last? I give him a week, and then all that's going to be out the window. Guaranteed. So it's people like this that just have no regard for the normal people. Their life goes on, which makes me sick to my stomach. Leray had a beautiful 22nd birthday. My baby has to have nothing, but it's fine. We're doing what we need to do. But I know she's going to be around to celebrate her 17th or 18th birthday. But it's just not fair at the end of the day. You guys, I'm tired of this. It's sad. It truly is sad that they have more money than they have brain cells. That's just me. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget, please be kind to one another. And don't forget to wear your mask when you go out. If you do need to go out, put on your mask. So you guys, that's it from me. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye now.